All right, and we should be back. So, OBS needed to update, and give it a chance to update, and now it is fine. So, yeah, everything should be good. What a weird, bruh. Like, are you serious? Chat, please open. Like, I was not having these issues before, bruh. Anyways, let me just do this real quick. Do that real quick. That, 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 and that. Gonna test to make sure. One, two, three. Okay, I'm gonna clap. I'm gonna clap into the cut in. All right. So five, four, three, two, one, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So everything should be fixed now. Yeah, sorry for the technical difficulties. Yeah, we move though. So let's continue on.
The rest of your life regretting a single night's lapse of judgment? Hmm?
So we're gonna go through this all again. You know what? I'm gonna drink to that. Just ruining the stream for no reason. You know what? I'm gonna take a minute. Let me get myself prepared actually, because this might, because I'm not sure if OBS is going to do this again, and if it does, I'm going to catch it when it does. So give me 1 second. I'm just going to put a track around real quick. Right back. All right, we're back. So let's go back. Let's go over the story so far.
Yes, but even so, His Highness the Prince is guilty of nothing. To murder someone innocent, it is an unforgivable atrocity.
If I recall, you have a sister. Unrelated by blood, yet already they speak of her beauty. And a most charming singing voice. Yes?
What does Juno have to do with this?
Rella, you are destined to lead your family in due course. Surely it's your responsibility to protect them from the grief of any personal tragedies. Or will you live the rest of your life regretting a single night's lapse of judgment? Hmm?
This right here is my this one thing. This entire part right here makes me angry that we didn't get a Forden boss fight. Like this man is the deuteragonist of the entire plot. Like, why wasn't he a boss fight? Like, it makes no sense. And it's like, I don't know. But I feel like Forden is also another one of those characters that is just a complete missed opportunity. I mean, here's the thing. I wouldn't have minded if they made the game a little bit longer. They did not need to shorten it for as They didn't need to pack it with so much content for like bounties and stuff. They could have shaved off some of the bounties that we needed for like relic, or for not, or they could have shaved down some of the quests that we needed to do for like Yufa's and well, the other characters' follower bonds, as you guys have seen, like with what we just kind of went through and kind of having trouble defeating the Great One boss. But I feel like some of these side stories that we have with some of these follower bonds could have been lessened a little bit, just to add more room overall. Um, just add more room overall for some of these characters, or for some of these characters that are within the story to kind of shine in their own way, because that's the overarching thing. Like, yes, the follower bonds themselves are perfect. They do tie in well with the narrative, as long as being an aside from that with their own personal ties with their stakes to the quest for some of these followers. But I feel like the story as a collective and some of the threats that we're facing kind of gets pushed off to the wayside. Well, not pushed off to the wayside a little bit. The Our interactions with them get pushed off to the wayside a little bit and are relegated to cutscenes. Like, that's one of the things that I draw from Atlas stories, is that when they're able to make very climactic fights within the story, um, or climactic interactions within the story feel fulfilling when you give us those boss fights that are um, tied to them. But if there's no boss fight tied to them and then they die immediately after being introduced in a climactic way, like the entire threat just kind of falls flat, because that's exactly what happened to Forden. Like, Forden was already built up as being someone who was vying himself for the throne, um, through all these Sanctus beliefs, and in finding out that the Sanctus Church became the state religion, um, being this really oppressive force throughout the world, or throughout the state of Uchronia. Like, there needed to be something whole within that to make all of it feel complete. And I feel like without a boss fight with the main person who has been running one of the secondary main persons who's been running the show the entire time, and having it relegated to, like, oh, the overarching guy himself just killed off the Deuteragnus under him, it fell flat. It fell really flat. But I do appreciate the story narrative that he does provide either way. Um, I just think that this is just a really, really, really missed opportunity here that they could have really, that Alice really could have, expanded upon, in such a fluorescent way. I think that's like the word I want to use. Yeah, a very fluorescent way to kind of just showcase and actively put us against a threat like Forden at that very moment when we're coming for the Divine Lance. But not having that and just having him die in the way that he did, um, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it if they want to keep it like that. Yeah, because here's the thing. It's like, for Rella specifically, like, her boss fight works. Her boss fight definitely works. And I can forgive them not giving us a Forden boss fight, but it came at the, but or I could do that, but I don't, because, like I said, everything that we got within the game, specifically with the follower mods and everything else, as intuitive or as intrinsically intertwined with the story as it is, like, some of the story narrative suffered at the hands of just adding more interactive content, when some of the stuff that's within the story should have been that interactive content, when it came down to us, leading up into these big overarching villains that are being portrayed to us. Like, we need to have those moments where we need to be able to fight them, not fight someone who is literally being controlled under them. Because for Relic specifically, Well, I appreciate that we, have like at least some type of catharsis in not fighting Forden. Like Rella, Rella has already been built up as kind of the pushover type of character. It's been tied to the Sanctus Church. Like you feel bad for her, especially when you find out that she's the one that's been that casted the curse. Like the game fully outright tells you that Rella cares for Juna specifically, and that because she is vying or that she is pushing for the protagonist to care for Juna and protect her with her life, or with our lives. So, in the way that she's presented to us, like we know from the get go that even if Rella turns evil, that's not who she truly is. So, I guess in a way, even though we do have a cathartic factor in defeating Rella, it doesn't feel complete because we weren't able to really put down the threat of Forden ourselves. Or at least we weren't able to interact with Forden and defeat him in a boss fight that was decisive before he took the decisive blow from Luis. I felt like that Luis should have came in after we fought Forden. Is pretty much what I'm getting at here, folks. In saying all this, because that would have felt like a hell of a lot more climatic and a lot more engaging with the overarching arc of us finding out that Forden is actually the one behind the entire thing and the reason why all of this spiraled out of control um, for Uchronia and how the state and just like the culmination of everything behind the threat of the church should have led to a Forden boss fight. Just to simply put that, because like all of it being tied down to a deuteragonist, on top of the overarching threat of Luis, like there had to be some sort of finality in that, in my opinion, just to make all of these narrative strings kind of fit together or kind of link together to to the overarching plot of the game. But overall, hope yeah, we need yeah, like yeah. As much as it would have been awesome to like kind of have a switch up, and Rella dies first. The list has been lifted. The curse has been lifted, and then we fight Forden next. That would have been cool. But I feel like with the way that they're building it up, especially with us at Altabury before Forden died, like we needed to have that boss fight there. We absolutely needed to have that boss fight there. Like it was just so much of a missed opportunity. Bro just dies like a wet noodle. And Forden, I believe, deserves a lot more justice in that as like an active boss fight. Because why in the world have Yufa just like sense Forden's like distorted magma like oh god, like oh man, like is he about to power up, go full demon mode time on us? And nope, just, just gets stabbed. But anyways, let's yeah, with all my yapping, I do want to tie this up in a nice little bow that if Metaphor does get re-released, I expect them to make some decent changes, some more satisfying changes. Um, if it will feel like a missed opportunity if nothing of Rella and Forden gets touched. They need to touch this part of the game and retweak it in a way that feels a lot more complete to the narrative of what they're presenting us here. So that's my opinion. But anyway, I've been yapping for too long. Let me go ahead and continue with the story.
I'll do it. Cygnus is a sullied house. My parents yielded to authority and only ever measured a person's worth by their magical prowess. I lived in disappointment. And then you entered our family. You became my hope for living. Someone more important than my own life. Sister. At the very least, I wanted to protect you. But In the end, I suppose this was the only way I ever managed it.
I see. Saint Rella, the familiarity I felt from you, I finally understand what is unique about your Magla. You live as I once did. As someone who has spent her whole life preparing to die.
When you all greeted me with Luis's formula in hand, I thought my heart might stop at the shock. I had always known someone might come asking one day, but I never thought it would be you, Juna. It felt like fate's hand, dealing my due punishment.
And to talk about this here, like, why? Why not give us more cutscenes with her? That to tie it all back to the Parapus beatings, man, the Parapus riots. Like, we see this connection. Okay, let's just continue the cutscenes here, and then I'll like, fully explain my thoughts about this because, like, I don't get this.
That's why I'd kept an eye on you ever since then. To observe this seeker of the throne. This aspirant who possesses... I hoped you could be the one with the power I've been seeking. But I needed to see with my own eyes.
What did you say?
That's why I'd kept an eye on you ever since then. To observe this seeker of the throne. This aspirant who possesses the lost power of the archetype.
I don't know why I didn't finish there, but that's fine.
The power you've been seeking?
Luis is more of a threat than you know. Whatever his intentions are, I know he grasps at more than just the crown. After the assault on His Highness, I was made to investigate Luis as a suspect. I touched his hand and read deeply into the flow of his magla. I'll never forget it. He didn't hesitate at all. I expected to see his aura, but it was more like a vision plunged into my mind, pure and vivid and violent, choking me in its flow. Humans flooding the country. Innocents either fleeing or lost to madness. And amidst the chaos, I saw no throne, no castle. That must be his real vision for the world.
And this is where I'm going to stop here and talk about this. So, we get this plot dump for Luis's full visions and full intentions for the entire world at this point. The one thing that I question, like, this could have all been said. All of this. Like, even at the very start, because as we've known, like, Rella at this point knew who Luis was at this point. Like, why wasn't this information privy to us when we came to her at the first time, seeking the formula to break the curse? Like, why wasn't Rella the one to give us the warning then, instead of just waiting until here? I feel like something got changed. This is where I feel like something in the narrative got changed, where they felt like they had to push this type of information beat later than intended, and for plot dump reasons, I get it. At that point, like, we were just... Yeah, and I agree, Sirius. Like, something narratively got changed. I don't know exactly what specifically got changed, but the more that I looked into the memorandum and the more and how she, the memorandum says a lot, by the way, as far as Rella is concerned. But just kind of just straying away from that because I get into lore stuff that I don't want to even dive into at the moment. But something narratively got changed in between our time finding her for the first time, or coming to her for the first time with the formula, and this conversation right here. This conversation should have happened earlier in the story, just to give Rella a bit more breathing room, to give her a lot more breathing room to open up more than just about her protection for Juna, and her love for Juna, and her idealizations for um, supporting Juna in her endeavors in her life, you know? Like, there's so much conversation here that carries a lot of weight, but we do not have the cutscenes to substantiate all of what she is saying here. We don't. And it makes her character so frustrating to just like I've never been this narratively endeavored into a story that I have been since Persona 4 Golden. And that game made a lot of sense with some of its narrative beats. Here in Metaphor, and at this point in Juncture, when we are meeting Rella like this at the very end of her life, like, we get no build up whatsoever. We get just subtle context clues, we get conversations, we get the feel of Juna and Rella's relationship, especially with Basilio and Fidelio when they were first breaking out of the Parapus riots. But nothing is substantiated. Nothing is. It feels like Rella is such a worthless character, other than to just be a plot device that serves to just push the story forward. This character is like the biggest missed opportunity in the sea of missed opportunities that exists throughout Metaphor. This is the biggest one. And I hope that Atlas looks at this and says, okay, so we need to rework the way that we are pushing Rella into this story. And not only that, we need to give her more context her so that her end carries a lot more weight going forward into the story. Because I'm gonna be real with you, even though we do get that, even though we do get some sort of context resolution when it comes down to the last time we get to interact with our characters before the day of the hero, it's just not enough. It just doesn't feel enough, especially when we have that conversation with Juna. But we'll get to that point. But again, in my mind, I'm just very. I feel very sad for Rella because this is the biggest waste of a plot device that I've seen in a long, long time.
A world overrun by humans. What does this mean? The man has been... I don't know the details. But in the past 10 years, Luis has been clad in that same magla, unchanging. If he becomes king, I know his vision will come true. A world overrun by humans. What does this mean? The man has been traveling the country doing little but slaying them, has he not?
So that's how it is. If you let yourself be killed for the prince's sake, you couldn't guarantee the survivors could stop Luis. That's even why you called that dragon to test us, isn't it? You wanted to see if we had the power to protect this land, and all the meek in it.
And you've proven you can. With that strength, I know you can do what I couldn't. I have no more regrets. Sister!
Jesus Christ.
Then I will put an end to this at last. For all who deserve the truth, I shall reveal everything.
What are you going to do?
I will speak to the congregation gathered in Alterbury. Indeed, it was for this purpose that I gathered them there.
What? Then that magic you mixed in with your speech, the real reason you linked their minds with yours.
All that's left is to strengthen the magic a bit with the power of this relic. And my words will reach Alterbury.
This is just stupid, bruh. Just so stupid.
Good people, can you hear my voice?
Justice for Rella, man. Justice for Rella, indeed. Because this is garbage. This is absolutely garbage. I'm sorry. This is such a garbage way to push the plot. Now, I will admit,
Dearest faithful, can you hear me?
Now, I will admit, her involvement in the plot was definitely a great misdirect. As for as much as I suspected that she was that I suspected that she was evil, but then I didn't really read into it until later. And then I was until I started getting to more of a cutscenes where I'm like, oh no, this isn't meant to be an evil character, even though she's acting this way. I'm like, oh yeah, this isn't truly her. But it's like, God, man.
What's going on? There's a voice in my head.
A voice? I hear nothing.
I apologize for startling all of you. It is I, Rella Cygnus. Through magic, I speak directly to your minds.
Saint Rella? Is every sanctist in the city hearing this? Amazing. That's some spell.
We witnessed a boy candidate who claimed to be the prince. To ascertain the truth of his words, I faced him in mutual, voluntary battle. I now see with eyes unclouded. Good people. He is, without a doubt, His Highness the Prince. Now, there is something further you all must know. The truth of His Highness's reported death, and the truth of the attempt on his life. Sanctifex Forden was indeed behind the plot to assassinate His Highness. By this barbaric act, he sought to elevate the Church and put the throne within his own grasp. These revelations are only mine to give, because I was Forden's assassin. It was I who cast the curse upon His Highness. Yet all was not lost. Through all these long years, His Highness has endured the pain, and now walks among his people once more.
Sanctifex Forden was really the mastermind? What am I supposed to believe? Oh, God.
Sanctist faithful, she knows not what she speaks. Close your mind to her. Damn you, Rella. You would not just expose our secrets, but cast them into our people's very heads?
Forden has already paid for his transgressions. As for me, this shall be my final address to you all.
So I will say this. Given Godot's devout... I'd call him a zealot. But zealot would kind of be a harsher term. Even though he truly does deserve the term of zealot. I will say, like... From this point on, her life was lived for her family, for Juno, for the church, etc. At the end, she just dies for the plot to help out with the MC. She didn't even die on her own terms. No, that's wrong, Sirius. She did die on her own terms. That's the one thing that she did die on her own terms. She chose to die for a rightful cause. But it's how she got there and how unexplained it was for the context leading up to it. Like, we get this plot dump of how she was holding all of this weight, but you don't see any of that. We don't see, my point is that we don't see any of it. Any of that within her character. We see her hesitancy, when we bring the formula to her, but we don't. And in hindsight, I can kind of see the weight that's kind of weighing upon her. But there is no narrative build-up to her death. There is no narrative build-up that falls perfectly for her very end. Because at the end of the day, she did go out on her own terms here. She is fully ending her life, as we'll see here in the upcoming cutscenes, by her own terms. But I will say that it is an undignified death, though. There's no dignity in it. Especially in how they built this up. That's just where my problem lies. But,
For my sins against our nation and its people, and for willingly abetting such atrocities, I will soon join our Sanctifex in the beyond.
Yeah, I can see why you would think that, Cirrus. Just given just how much they really don't give credence to Rella, as to Rella as being served as a plot device. In that sense, I can see what you're saying, that she didn't really die on her own terms, but narratively, yeah, she did choose to end her life here at this moment, which is the noble thing to do, the saintly thing to do through and through.
Yet know this, dear faithful. You need not let your anxieties rule you. I have faced His Highness the Prince myself, and known his heart. His Highness will accept us. With his strength, he will shelter the lost and weak, and stand against Luis in our names, if all of you would believe. Our country could be a place where all would thrive under a just king. I pray with all my heart that it will be so.
Saint Rella, was this your plan from the very beginning?
Well, Cirrus, you say that, and then Persona 5 Royal exists. If you know what I'm getting at. Persona 5 Royal exists. And I feel like Atlas did, kind of outdid themselves in that department when it came down to you know who. But, you know, you get to see one aspect of that. In an Atlas, and I think there's another Atlas game that actually did that. I think, unless I'm mistaken, outside of Royal. But either way, yeah. Oh, you've never played? Oh, oh. I Then never. Then don't worry about what I said. Don't worry about anything. Whenever you play P5, or whenever you play Persona 5 Royal, I should say, because that is the one that I usually recommend to people. You'll find out exactly what I'm talking about. But I will say that there are definitely ways. Um, there are definitely ways where character arcs can end in redemption through death, and can definitely make it work. I won't say exactly what that is. I'm not gonna even. The fact that I even said that in the first place, like you're gonna easily see what who that character is, and it's gonna give it away so hard. But spoiler warning, I should say. But anyways, moving on.
Damn it! Crier or not, I can't let her down. I've got a job to do. What became of my church? My faith? How can I go on without it?
So, for Godot here, Godot is... He's a devout sanctus through and through. And I love that about him being the foil. kind of being the being the punching bag a little bit for us, or just throughout the story. He's, for as much of a meme as he is, like, I do like this character arc for him. Like, he's a devout through and through, and until he sees the truth behind the damnations behind his church, like, he goes through he goes through, as we'll see, in the coming days to come, that he goes through his own, path of this self absolvement, you know, and just realizing what his faiths and ideals truly mean going on. And I like that for his character. I think that it suits his character quite well in the comeuppance that he definitely deserved at this point in learning all of this from Rella.
I am lost. I thought myself the unshakable defender of the Sanctus Church. But should it now collapse, I cannot see my path forward. Even I, then. I, too, am one of the weak that Rella fought for.
And that is self-acceptance earned. You definitely are weak, you know. You're weak as hell. You're weak.
At last, my role is at an end.
Stay weak.
Juna, I'm sorry. I only ever meant to protect you, but in the end, you'll have it the hardest.
Sister. Please. You. Tell me, what do I do? Basilio, tell me. What do I do?
And I hate this too because it's like, bruh, this shouldn't be happening. I want to see something different for this cutscene, bro. I really do. Because I want to feel for these characters so hard. As far as Rella's connection to them. But I don't. I can't. Because there's not a lot of emotional investment that we've seen. Well, not emotional investment. We don't have any emotional context. So I see this and I can feel for them, but it's like, yeah, it feels it's not even just that it leaves bad taste in your mouth. It just it kind of sours. It just kind of sours, especially if you read into the narrative and how it connects with each character. For Rella, Basilio, and Juna, and their relationship, you know, their affinity with each other, and Juna's relationship, especially with Rella, like, you know, it's just bad. It's just, it feels badly developed. It feels undercooked. And they need to spend more time in the kitchen cooking this so that we can actually get something, you know, that impacts us a lot more. Because I don't mind Rella dying. Let me be clear. For her dying for the plot, that's fine. But if you're going to kill off a character that's supposed to leave emotional weight on 4 characters that they're tied to that are with us throughout a good portion of our adventure, give some context behind them. More than just, oh, they exist as this character that works for the church. They have a relationship that has an implied relationship with Fidelio and Basilio and Juno, and we get to see sparse cutscenes in between them throughout the story. There needs to be more. There has to be more. That is how you make a character as impactful as Rella was supposed to be work and make her death more meaningful. I've seen it a lot in different games. This is not my first time. This is not my first rodeo. Please, Atlas, cook a little bit more on the relationships between Fidelio, Basilio, and Juno with Rella. Make us feel that. Make us feel that pain of losing someone like that. Of losing someone who is so narratively attached to these characters, and give us more context so that we can be able to appreciate that a lot more in hindsight. Anyways,
And what happens to the faithful? They'll be crushed. You're their saint. You had just put their hearts at ease.
okay, I'm not sure what that was, but all this.
Lady Judah.
Okay.
What are I never.
It keeps skipping the.
What are you?
I wanted you to see it, but... Juna, look at this.
My game keeps skipping dialogue, and I'm very concerned.
What? What's left of my life is a price already claimed by my own curse. Perhaps Perhaps it was too cruel to ask for a quicker death at your hands. I leave Juna and this country in your hands.
Yeah, like right here, she goes out on her own terms. She does. She takes her own life right here. And it's pretty, yeah.
Thank you, Juna. Your life and will was always your own. If only I could have lived with your freedom. I admire you. Please don't let this change you, dear sister. I just wish I'd had more time to watch over you.
Yeah, she goes out on her own terms here, and it's pretty baller. It's pretty nice. It's pretty neat, but it just holds no impact. Like, not really. At least not to me. I know it does for a lot of other people, but to me, like, there's just no. It just.
The curse is gone. He's cured.
I see. Which means Rala is.
Nothing but a corpse. Jesus Christ, man. Like, this is wasted potential at its core, bruh. And I hate it.
Damn it! What am I doing? It's just like me and Dell. I never wanted her to go through this too.
She did not strive merely to make amends. She was as much a protector as any of us.
You're right. For her family, and for all Sanctism's faithful. Even as it cost her her own life. She really, truly wanted to guide those who looked to her. It wasn't about the church for her, it was about the people. She was the kind of sanctist others only pretended to be.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there are better stories out there that can tell that story just as well without actually having without having to make it without making it feel as bad. You know, for well, let me rephrase that. There are ways that that story can be told, which doesn't leave a sour taste in our mouths. There are definitely better ways to tell that story because as much as it is a sad proposition, you know, for a character to be put in that position, to be victimized, and only to find their freedom in death. It it speaks true to the sacrifices that sometimes that people do have to make out here. You know, like there's only when I think about this, and this is gonna get really dark. Um, in that case, I'm not going to say it. I was considering it, but I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to tell that story because it's a little bit too dark. But I will say that sometimes there are people out there who just don't have a choice. You know, there are some people out there who are forced into doing things that they don't want to do, and sometimes they feel that their only freedom and be from that type of torment is through death. There are people out there who feel that, and there are people out there who might be going through something as dark as possible, something that they can't break free of, some type of control. Yeah, not even among the weakest. It was the most convoluted. It was the most convoluted because, again, there was no contextual structure that felt, that had any weight behind it. If there was, I'd be feeling a lot sadder for this character's death. A lot sadder than I already am because I feel bad for Juno. I feel bad for the sacrifice that her sister had to make, and now she has to carry that death with her for the rest of her life, but for a better future. Like, I like the representation. I like the story that's being told here. I do. But it needed a little bit more time to cook in the kitchen. There needed to be more done in Rella's build up as a character throughout the narrative. Without those pieces, she does not work super well within the narrative. But at the end of the day, like I said, this is if they're gonna do a re-release, this is their first take, and we'll see what happens in the second take. But yeah, as far as on an in-world level, like I really feel bad for her. I would really feel bad for her. Imagine there was a state church in our government. Imagine there was a state church overarching each government, or a state church overarching each state. We have no idea. God knows how many realms would be out there in the world today. That are feeling pressured under the weight of the church. I mean, that type of pressure that Rella feels is on an in-world level relatable to a lot of people who feel pressured by um, their teachings and their beliefs, and feel that they're so weighed down and tied down by that they feel like they can't live another life outside of those teachings that they were taught. And just to get a little bit personal here, like, I've been through that. Like, I've literally been through that. Through a point to where I felt like I had to live like a double life without really feeling like my true self. And sometimes, and today, as I'm living throughout the world, I still feel like I don't necessarily know who my true self truly is. Because of all the pressures and the teachings that I've been surrounded by growing up in my youth, and not being able to come out and step out into the world as my own person, that messed me up. Like, in ways that I can't even, in ways that I don't like really talking about. Let's just put it that way. So, for Rella, for me as a character, which is why I like Rella's character, by the way, which is why I think Rella to me is a very relatable character that I can, that I can, kind of associate, my own past and problems with. I just feel like that, again, this character needed time to cook. This character really, really needed time to cook. And the narrative construction needed to do her more justice than what it did to her until her proper end. Because for as much as I do also find it weak, I find it convoluted and just not really held up well by the storytelling that's being provided here. There needs to be more. And I think I've said that like 50 million times, and I'll say it 50 million times more until I'm blue in the face. I really, really, really don't like the direction. Well, here's the thing. That's a sign that this character has potential. This character has narrative potential. It's just very unexplored. We see in a very darkest timeline aspect of it, but we don't see the pressures that she went through growing up, which is something that I'm gonna assume the manga is going to get into, and I hopefully they don't plug it as hard as I think they're gonna probably plug it with those societal pressures and religious pressures at the same time. Um, I think Rella is, for all intents and purposes, a very complex character. She is a complex character that I feel like people can relate to. But at the same time, it's like I really do want her to feel worth it in this game. I really want to feel that this fight was worth to get to in the game. And at the end of the day, for as bullshit as the fight is, like it definitely was, at least I got through it with the Domicide difficulty in my challenge run. But neither here nor there. Getting back to Rella herself, there definitely needs to be more context given to Rella and who she actually is and who she actually grew up to be under the pressures of the church. Um, Not just these implications that are just scattered about throughout the game that you see bits and pieces of, but don't really have the full entire story of until this moment. But with that said, that's my summation of it. Let's move on. Yeah, justice for Rilla indeed.
I have a feeling that many of her congregation will continue to call her the saint. I only wish she had lived to see it. I'm with you there.
She was stubborn, fussy, a bit odd, maybe. But she'd drop everything to help someone. And she'd do it with her whole heart. In all the filth of that sullied house, she was the one brilliant flower that bloomed. That's who you were. And that's why I loved you, Rella.
Uh-oh. That's not good. Whoops. There we go.
She gave us a mission.
Yes. You're right. Can't waste all my time crying when she's counting on us.
Now, I would ask her if she was alright, but at this point, it seems a little bit cold of me to not really do that, but I'm like, you know what? Like, gotta keep the plot moving, because, I'm such a terrible person.
Rella's given us a lot. Not just the truth about Luis.
I'm such a terrible person, bro.
She's put the entire Sanctus congregation's support behind His Highness the Prince. You.
Indeed. You'll not have the whole nation on your side, but it won't be long before you've taken second place, just behind Luis himself.
Saint Rella saved me. I owe her my life and I'm not gonna waste it. I'll fight with everything I have, right to the end. Let's do this.
Alright, Basilia. Gonna roast Luis on that open fire for me, yeah? Here, yeah. But no, yeah, that Sogne, Sogne got worked. Like, it was close. I almost ran out of SP. Come on, game. Don't just tell us, in the magazine. Don't just show us. Yeah. That's like I said, man. That's all we're missing. We're missing. We're told, but we're not shown. We're told, but we are not shown, and that is the entire basic argument that I'm bringing up to light here, as far as Rel's character is concerned. There's a lot of showing, but there's a lot of telling, but not a lot of showing. But yeah, anyways, yeah, I was not expecting to take on Sogne and just clear it just like that within a snap. But after taking a look at the VOD and just seeing exactly what happened and where I went wrong, because the first thing that happened was that I missed my synthesis attacks, and if I'm missing those, that's wasting SP. You don't get that SP back. So that was my first problem. The second problem was that I was not breaking press turns correctly by passing it off to Juna. Um, Third is that I wasn't managing my passing right and trying to take all of the debuffs off of me. And if I had just paid attention to that, I would have beat that yeah. That I was. Listen, man, I was shocked myself. I was like, wow. Wow, my friends told me to get good on this fight. And I definitely got good. So. Shout outs to my friends in the metaphor community for kind of kicking my ass a little bit and ripping me and roasting me apart, roasting me alive. Because I definitely got roasted. Oh man. Now, what I'm gonna say here is that Luis, we talked about him being a hater before in the way that he kind of just trashed on Will for for Will being declared the prince. I think this is the most pettiest. This is where he was at his
One who cursed
yeah.
the prince, and to take her own life in the name of atonement.
Yeah, this upcoming cutscene right here, this is the most pettiest that I've ever seen Luis in the entire game. From this to week one, peon, you know? Like this is where Luis is at his pettiest. Because not even a day when news traveled fast, Luis was already on that. Like, yep,
Yet,
yep.
even if she'd lived, she confessed to high treason. She'd have been executed either way. Has all I've believed in been lied?
This is
You hear the rest? That elder boy's the true prince. He survived.
By the way, this is all happening in the same day, by the way. In the same day. That's crazy how Luis was on demon time right now, bro. He was on demon time the same day. Like,
The king's true-born son's risen to take down Luis. It's like a proper myth. I've got to stand with him.
alright, let's listen to this.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I might have your attention for a moment. We actually received an urgent notice a short while ago. A letter from the candidate Luis.
On the same day? That's crazy, bro. Like, Luis, like, calm down. It hasn't even been a day since she died. Let her rest, bro. Let her rest. Like, please.
In truth, I wasn't sure if we should read this to the public. But the criers have come to consensus. We must fulfill our duties. If this message is being read, it means
that Rella is dead. And the boy who claims himself the prince has won. Now, only 2 aspirants remain with any real chance at the throne. The boy and myself.
You didn't even give her time, bro. Like, why?
To all lessers who remain, lay down your arms and accept defeat with grace. Blind defiance will be met with death. Bare your teeth, and you will die like the dogs you are. The boy, or myself. Only one shall wear the crown.
sounds like he's throwing down a gauntlet, doesn't it?
We need not wait for the former king's judgment to pass. Let us determine ourselves which of us is fit for rule. My proposal is this. On September the 24th, on the grounds before the royal capital's grand cathedral, we settle this in a contest of single combat, as in our battle at the Opera House. I welcome any weapons, any number of adversaries. Collective power is its own achievement. Either way, you will die by my hand.
Alright, so for this second round, here's what I'm planning on doing. Luis is going to be fought alone. Or I'm going to be fighting Luis alone. like last time. Difference is that we now have extra. We're now going to have extra slots for Dacunda, or the fit in Dacunda, which means that the repel gear might be. I might not use repel gear for this fight. Uh, Now, if I do that, I am. I do know that Luis's crit rate is considerably higher. Um, in this fight compared to when compared to the Opera House. So I'm risking a high chance of anxiety. Well, not high, considering Yuva's passive on her rank 5. But we'll see just how much I can get away with, kind of murking Luis alone. And it might be the same strat. Bring Sniper, stay in the back row, just to make the fight possible. Because there's really no other way to do that fight solo other than just bringing Sniper. Because Merchant and all of its skills are already banned. Or all of its gold attack skills are banned, so I'm not going to be using any of those.
Thus ends the letter from candidate Luis.
But yeah, Luis went on Demon Time here, and I'm like, bro, he did not waste any time. Like, same day, oh, Rella's dead. Alright, let's tend the birds.
I knew it! It's a duel.
If Luis emerges the victor, we are surely doomed. I stand with the prince.
Nobody can beat Count Luis. It's high past time he tore that so-called prince limb from limb. If he beats this Luis person, will he become king?
Will he indeed? Reminds me of what my darling used to say. If you choose to fight, be ready when they fight back. I suppose it had to be this way. You can't fight a man for the throne without cutting a path to it first. Just come back alive. That's all we can hope for.
Alright, now I'm crossing my fingers that the game doesn't crash here.
This defies all reason.
Which is fine.
What has Rella done? Even in death, she finds a way to betray the church and raise that damned wealth. We're not through.
Yet,
Oh,
what
hold on.
chance do we have of...
What happened?
She always seemed so timid in these chambers. Had she been scheming against us from the beginning?
We're not through yet. We must find a worthy successor and raise yet another candidate to replace Rella.
Yet, what chance do we have of winning now? Can anyone here conceive of someone as capable as Rella in winning the people's hearts? Winning now. Can anyone here conceive of someone as capable as Rella in winning the people's hearts? They say that even the monk Captain Godot is stepping down. There is no road forward where a Sanctus delegate can take the throne.
Then what path remains?
We must take steps now to ensure that our positions cannot be eliminated, whether by Luis or the boy. Whoever wins, we must gird ourselves.
If Luis has his way, he'd sooner have our heads than our titles.
The methods don't matter as long as we have a plan. There's no going back when our hands are already steeped in blood.
I cannot believe I'm already close to the end of this game already. Like, bruh. Like, I was having... My laptop was having struggles running this game until I cleaned up literally everything I could on this laptop. And then the game starts running fine again. I'm like, alright, I see you, game. You've been holding out for me for like 3 weeks. 3 weeks because you backed up laptop. Alright, I see you.
Strange to hear that said without a shred of guilt. But you're right. Survival is what matters now.
All this happening in the span of the same day, bro. I can't.
Yes, that seems to explain everything. Glad to hear His Highness is all right. Hardly feels real after all the muck we've waded through. But I suppose the fates take as much as they give. And you, my girl, how are you holding up?
I'm all right. My mind's cleared a bit. still got to lie about it. But please don't act any different on my account. She put her trust in me. I can't afford to be weak now. I've a job to do, and I'm going to finish it.
Right. Understood. For now, tempting as it might be, best not to drop everything and make a dash for His Highness.
Indeed. No doubt Luis has his eyes on us, waiting for such indiscretion. We must be patient and confront him face to face.
As it happens, we were rather beaten to the punch. Just earlier, a delivery bird dropped by with urgent news from old Batlin. Apparently, Luis has thrust us a proper letter of challenge. Says he'll be waiting to face us on September 24th in front of the Grand Cathedral.
Sounds like he wants this settled before an audience. If he's going all in here, maybe he'll finally tip his hand, show his trump card.
Still got a trick up his sleeve, has he?
Luis just doesn't go around hunting humans. He's been doing proper research, trying to figure out their powers and origin for ages. Don't know how much truth there is to it, but I heard he's developed some new magic art of his own. Something dark and secret.
He's forged new magics.
I wasn't convinced when I first heard it. But now I've met you lot and I've seen all this messing about with archetypes. Well, nothing surprises me anymore.
Indeed. Last time, we had the element of surprise, and he was wounded. And we still barely had him. Didn't end up much of a decisive victory over the perfect Count Luis. If we fight the same way we did last time, he'll kill us all. This won't be an easy battle, but we've got to keep our heads up.
We still have a grace period until the day he named. Let us use the time wisely and prepare all we can.
No.
Yes.
Right.
I beg your pardon.
Right then.
All right, so I'm. Let me see.
Let's rest.
All right, so I'm gonna save for a second, and I gotta take a quick bathroom break, but I'll be right back. So see you guys in a minute. Alrighty, we're back. So what are we doing over these next 12 days? Good question. Good question. Because I myself do not know. I think what I'm going to try and do...
What now?
Let's see. Roll this pen.
Hey.
Gina. The funniest part about this is that I didn't have to go through a single revive in that fight. Like, all I had to do was break the freaking quartz wall. I got literally luckier RNG not getting anxiety procs. And I have to say, that is all thanks to Yuffie's passive. But oh my god.
Oh. Apologies. There is one thing I felt I should share with you. Do you recall some of our first conversations? Where I described to you how I am trapped here. I've no idea where in the world I am right now. Indeed, I cannot even remember how I was brought here. But you and your allies journey across the land. I had thought that by observing you, I might discover a kernel of those truths.
I see. You thought maybe it was the Mage Academy. After all, it was a sanctuary of knowledge. Shuttered by persecution and isolated by wastes of snow. Nobody had gone near it in years.
Indeed. And that's not all. It's faint, but a deep memory stirs. I myself was involved in the founding of the Mage Academy.
That's practically a sure bet, isn't it?
Well, it seems the matter is not that simple.
No, it is not indeed more.
I saw all that befell you. The ice dragon, the divine relic, the magic that the saint cast upon her people. If all these magical influences arose close to me, I would have sensed it. How could I miss them? Yet, I sensed nothing. It's as if time stands still. Not a single sound. Only deafening silence.
Are you saying that the Mage Academy could be somewhere else?
Somewhere else. Perhaps I myself.
Are you saying that the Mage Academy could be somewhere else?
My obsession with archetype research, our meeting, the turmoil that has engulfed this land, just maybe, they might all be connected. I feel that in pursuit of the archetypes, we may find the truth of your life and of mine. One of those truths is that from here on, you will face more clashes between you and Luis. Clashes that power will decide. I aim to help as always. Show me what you might achieve beyond your gifts. My faith rests with you.
I could speak more on that.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I definitely could speak more on that, but I'm gonna leave that for later. For good reason. We'll talk about it when we get there.
Time's finally come.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just skip over this. Yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot. So, Basilio is a permanent part of our team. He will be with us until endgame.
Everyone's here.
There will be no switching him out
Our lives ahead of us.
whatsoever.
Let's be ready for it.
Even though his magic stat is gonna be complete ass. It's gonna be completely ass. I mean, what is it even right now? I never said anything about quests, too. Oh, no, I am banned. No, that's right, because what am I? I'm 40 right now, right? Oh, yeah, I'm banned from doing quests right now, either. Quests that give it XP. So I can't even touch that. Oh, we got the third tower to unlock. That's right. Right. I mean, can't we do this now? Can we do this now? Like, I think we should be able to do this now. I want to do this now. I don't think I can at this point because I'm supremely underleveled for this. This MF is literally around the time when the release is going to be for at least round 2. That's the one thing I'm worried about. Yeah, since he's 47, I might as well give him... He doesn't have it, though. That's never mind. I'm lying. Let me not speak. But Juna can leave the party at this point, though. Yeah, Juna can leave the party. Because Sogne is defeated. So I guess Stroll? But then who's going to be taking? Oh, God. Like Yufa, one Devil Summoner before I even attempt this fight. What Stroll's got going on? What's Stroll's equipment? Like, bro, alright, I'm gonna just say this right now. Like, look at my gear. Dude, look at my gear. Go back in the VOD and watch some of the boss fight. How am I doing as much damage as I am to Sogne for each rotation, bro? Like, Vidiartha is carrying and, like, hard carrying in the fight, bro. I don't understand it. But for me to do that first try, like, barely hanging on with the SP that I had left, like, you gotta be, like, bro. Like, 200. Like, are you serious? For as much as Sogne was the worst designed boss fight in the game, I got through that pretty smoothly after fixing my mistakes. How? But anyways, I'm not gonna question it any further. What am I doing? You're right. Stroll is on Wizard 2. I can have mono lineages on, or trio lineages on. I only have a max of 2. So I guess Will switches off of Wizard. And since he's going to be in the front, I might put Pugilist on him.
I'll let my fist do the talking.
Yeah, this fight's going to suck. This fight... Oh, well, he can't do this. He can't do this, right? Yeah. Let me see. Nah. I mean, Gold Gear can be equipped. So what I could do... Because this Great Worm has strike damage and strike damage only. My main issue the first time I tried attempting this fight is that I did not have the SP sustain to really keep up my Maracakaja. Because outside of that, the only thing this boss fight does to me is debuffs my agility with Sandstorm. I don't know what I want to do here. Let me go all the way down. Go all the way down and then scale up. Prevents frostbite. Luck +5. Man, I got nothing. That's no. Yeah, that's not gonna be valuable to me at all. Anything under that I can do? Hold on, let's see. Nope. Nope. Okay. Alright. I'm sad boy. Actually, that might not be too bad. How much is it? 135? No, I did hate using Fizz, but... Oh, it's damage boosting gear. Never mind. Never mind. Let me just make sure this in my notes. No, I don't want to make it too impossible, though. But it's only on base. Okay, alright. Whoops. You do that. Alright, you know what I'm going to do? Why not? Where are you? It's like, I know you're here.
With sword in hand, I cut a path.
Let me read the rules one more time just to make sure I'm not conflicting. Damage boost passives cannot be inherited amongst all archetypes, but not be worn. I'll give them, yeah, I'll give them that out, but not be worn or equipped. I'll give them that out. Why not? Now the fun part. Okay. The question being, do I have enough damage? We shall find out. I'm going to also make sure that Will has everything on his... he does not. Well, I mean... no, because Lucid Dream is going to do enough. Okay, let's do this.
I thank you.
I'm so curious if I'm going to have enough damage to actually do this. Like, I doubt it. I really doubt it. But, you know, I trounced Sogne, so if I can trounce Sogne, I can trounce anything.
Yeah.
That is my justification. If I can trounce Sogne, I can trounce anything. Please defense. Wow, all heat riser. But it's by one. It's by freaking one. Brother. What are we doing? So I can't strike weaknesses. Okay.
The power of light.
Here we go.
Samurai! I won't hold back!
Do I have sturdy stance on? I might not have sturdy stance. Oh, no. Samurai has no on base. Never mind. We're good. We're cooking.
Wait to the rear.
Alright! Electric shock. Oh, power of heroes!
Please attack me.
I will protect you!
I owe you one. Helpful as ever.
That's the only thing I'm worried about right now. Yeah, this is gonna screw with my agility.
Wizard! Try not to worry.
I'm obliged.
That helps us out.
Samurai! Hat!
Wizard!
That did nothing.
Dark Knight.
That did absolutely trash damage. Alright. So we are in for it. Okay.
No holding back! Are you well?
Trust me.
I owe you one.
Let's go! I'll cut through! Wizard! Taste the flames! Let justice prevail!
I just can't stop thinking about that freaking archetype. I can't think about Basilia's archetype awakening to a wizard, man. I just can't stop thinking about it. I'm gonna roast Luis over an open fire. Like, yep. Like, oh my god, I cannot do this. I'm not lacking any, right? My attack is gonna be absolute shit, though. I think I might need Juno for this fight. And this freaking worm is so annoying. Oh my god.
Closing the distance. Take this!
Wake up!
Here I go.
Stay quiet!
We're gonna take a mulligan since MC's dead.
Anyone get there! Get her back up!
Just end me. Please. End my suffering.
Basilio, nice shot!
Oh right, Basilia's passive comes in clutch here, doesn't it?
This! Help, please! Someone get him back on his feet!
Yeah. The biggest problem in this fight is SP retention. I could nerf his damage. I could definitely do that. Let me figure out something. Because Hulkenberg is like not cutting it. No, she's protecting me. Oh, getting rid of Stroll sucks, but yeah, I think I might just have to put Juno back on the team. Alright. Let's give it a shot, see how it goes. I don't think it's going to go or end too well because Juno doesn't have sturdy stance.
You've come.
I mean, I could put...
I thank you.
I could put Stroll as a Persona Master too. I could do that. But then what else would he be doing? That's the thing. Okay, we'll see. Let's just check the turn order. Oh, nice.
I'm charging in. We'll do this together.
Nope, that's banned. This isn't though. Let me concentrate. Actually,
Better be sure.
I don't need to. Just do this.
Not good.
What? This game just does not want me to win, bro. That's right, I don't have meta line either way. That's right. Okay, this is a mulligan. Again, I don't even have a heal. Yeah, I literally have no healing whatsoever.
Still quite.
Basilio's down! Someone get him up and fight!
Not like this.
Oh my god, strong! Like, this boss is so annoying, I might put it to late game, because this is so uninteresting. This is, like, such an uninteresting boss to fight. There's nothing to this. It's just a damage check. It's not impossible, it's just, ugh.
Alright.
Nope, let me think about it. That's not what I'm going to press. I'm gonna try this for a little bit, and if nothing goes my way, then I'm just going to move on to something else. Because this is like a really boring fight. Anything else? Anything at all? Okay, I guess that works. Dance for me, Stroll.
You've come.
Make up for Will not being able to implant weaknesses on his own. Well, not implant weaknesses. Make up for Will's inability to actually hit his targets. Alright, let's do this.
The cavalry has arrived.
Great! That does nothing for me. I didn't change party members. I didn't even change my party members. I saved, I didn't even swap Juna out. Gotta love to see it. Oh my goodness. And we're getting into the late hours, ladies and gentlemen, where my brain does not turn on. Oh man.
Let's. Who should have stayed quiet? Is everyone? Take this.
Get her back up!
Where it ends.
Just kill me, you frickin' beast.
Someone get him up and fighting!
Is Juna just evading? Oh yeah, that's right, because Sukunda.
Like this! Someone help! Please!
Man, Juna's just taking the hits.
Sorry, dodge, Juna!
Juna, what is going on? Where were you during Sagne's fight?
Come on, not like this!
See ya.
Disappointing ending.
I'm sure motherfucker gonna put you on my team, Stroll.
What now?
Oh right, I have to go places too in order to unlock Basilios again. Exactly. I'm like, bruh. Maybe I should put the Dodger rings on you, Juna. But yeah, I need to go to actual party. Juna, Stroll. Wait, they still saved him as a what the fuck?
What now?
Or I never changed his equipment, so if I went in, then yeah, okay, I got you. I got you. Yeah. Taking all your shit, Juna. Oh God.
What now?
Stroll. Yeah, here's everything. All right,
You've come.
take me away. It is going to be all up to Will to do the damage here. You know, if my attacks don't miss. And if they miss, then, you know.
I stand with you. Heads held high, everyone. Stand strong.
Oh, we're cooking now.
Hey, we're fish!
I shall vanquish evil.
Remember when you ate us?
How do you like this?
Well, I sure do!
I won't hold back.
Hot!
Come here.
Now to the rear. You better be ready.
Burst.
For all that we strive for!
Like, bro, you see all that damage that he's taking?
I owe you.
Sagade was taking like 3 times more, bro. This thing just has a crap ton of health. Ouch.
Persona Master. All's fair in war.
We'll do this together! Hold nothing back!
Oh, awesome souls, do your thing. Taste the flames.
This is definitely much better, though. I'm not gonna lie. A crit. Please don't. Ah, my goodness, I knew it. Come on. Freaking anxiety, bro.
Viking hero! We gotta defend him until he shakes it off!
I owe you one. My thanks. I can't afford no holding back. Oh, healing light.
I'm obliged.
That helped us out.
Thanks. Let's set it up!
No.
Samurai! I'll cut through!
Damn. At this race.
Okay, I'm not gonna knock this fight for that. I pressed the button. I didn't choose the skill, so I will not count that.
Lightning! Is that all? Domicide is getting to Basilio, and they're targeting him!
Oh, the enemy gets to take 2 actions per turn? What? With anxiety? I forgot about that.
Persona Master. How do you like this?
Let's work together! Tis yours! We got careless. Don't get sloppy, Captain! First down! Get her back up!
Brother.
Get him up and fighting!
Time to go
Not like
offensive.
this! Someone help, please! Captain's
Now,
on his last
fall!
legs! Someone get him healed up!
Please. What can I do with this?
Someone help him back up!
Time to go all
Right
out.
on target! Nice one, Scroll!
Suppose this is it.
Yeah. So when I walk up and try to hit him with a wind blade, the game just says, nah, lol, you want to hit him? What you think you're trying to hit?
What now?
Yeah, it's all saved. Okay.
You've come.
Like this worm, I don't know, man.
I thank.
He's like, I might honestly just unlock Devil Summoner if I'm just gonna have this much of a tough time with the fight.
Cavalry has arrived. Heads held high, everyone. Stand
Yay!
Hey, Wormface!
No holding back.
Hate us?
How do you like
Well,
this?
I sure do!
Let's set it up. Let's work together.
Strike true!
Come here. Wizard, taste the flames. Oh, power of heroes.
Not now.
Come.
I will protect you!
Thanks. My thanks. Are you prepared? Oh, healing light.
Thank you.
That out the south.
By this power.
You better be ready. Hold up, I'll hang back.
Dark Knight! Not into the with blade in hand! Are you alright?
Thanks.
Too slow! Dodge, Hulkenberg! Like poetry in motion.
I call upon royal power within. All's fair in war.
We'll do this together. Go! All right.
Nah.
Wizard!
Burn!
Hulkenberg's down! Get her back up!
Why did you crit, brother?
Scroll's badly wounded! Can anyone heal him? Hulkenberg's down!
Okay.
Closing the distance.
Scroll can't take any more! Someone heal him!
Let's see.
Here I go.
Stay quiet.
Someone get him back on his feet!
Sorry.
This fight is just a damage check, bro. I'm bored. I want to fight something else. Like, oh my god. Alright, we're done. I'm not doing it. I'm not. I refuse. This bond can screw right off for right now. Let's go Devil Summoner, because I don't care. That's right, folks. I'm going to cheat.
What should we... That's... do?
Fix that real quick. Fix this. Fix that. Here we go.
Thank you very much. Yes?
Whew.
That's surely wrong. Time to go! Actually,
Hyperion going full zealot here, bro. Offer up our flesh.
is this perhaps? That can't be.
No.
It's all right. Ovi. But then... Please, you must.
Everything okay?
That's surely right. That means... I must.
Here we go, Devil Summoner. Let's do it.
This is something only I am capable
It's
of.
broken. It's broken.
This is the place.
This one's important.
Can't wait to get my Devil Summoner.
That's
Go
where you
full
wanna go.
ham on all these MFs.
This place.
Let us hurry there.
It's at nighttime, right? So then we get Judas next up. No. Katharina is here. We can also do Katharina's. Yeah, Katharina is here.
I'll definitely.
Yeah. Yep, there she is. But first and foremost, let's go check out our Devil Summoner. You know, I'm so excited to use this class. This class is going to be great. This class is going to be such a joy, such a fun ride. You know, hey, Yufa, you unlocked it, right? Yeah, that's nice and all. You can switch to your Devil Summoner archetype. In case I feel like I want to use you. Which I may or may not in the future. Oh, she forgot their... Oops. Yeah. That's fine. Because we're not attempting that fight in a bit. We want to change everything else out. Yeah. Yeah, where are you, Yufa? There you are. Nice. Yeah, this class is such a nice class, right? Got everything we ever wanted in the Devil Summoner, right? Right? All skills and everything else are you know, good and accounted for, and then oh. Oh. Oh, I see. So, great, I have this class that I want to use, but half of these skills are banned! They're banned! So what does that mean? I can't use this class at all. This class is non-functional. Well, looks like I changed that equipment for nothing. Wait. Man, such a nice class. Too bad I can't use it. Or can I? Because I guess the biggest thing here, yeah. So the problem with Devil Summoner, this class, this archetype is broken. Broken when used right. I mean, I've nerfed most of the setups with this. Like, the biggest one is Summon Tyrant. Like, this is broken. Let me see. And it's mostly because of the status elements they deal. Like, that just... I'm trying to think of the one that I do have. I think Summon Fallen is actually... Hold on, let me see. Versus... It's just that Devil Summoner has just, like, way too much utility. They're not necessarily banned from the run, but they're more like... They're like... Some of their skills are restricted. Because they're just really kind of stupid. Especially when you pair them with some of the passives that you don't even need for, like... Or not passives you don't even need. Especially when you compare them with some of the passives you can get for some of the other archetypes. I guess since I don't have to have them unlocked, I don't necessarily need to worry about it. But, if you just put up status ailment boost, or increasing the rate in which your status ailments actually apply, Devil Summoner just goes absolutely stupid. And pretty much, like, locks down, some bosses really, really hard. Because, a fun fact, a very fun bug that exists in this game is ailment stun lock. In this class is the reason. In this class, alongside, let me see, Faker and Trickster, they increase the rate in which their status ailments actually apply. There is a certain way that you can be able to stun lock bosses forever. and I banned those tactics, but I haven't banned all of them, which is why I just decided to outright ban Devil Summoner. So, just so that that issue doesn't really arise for people who want to abuse that strat. So, yeah, I mean, Devil Summoner isn't outright banned, it's just most of the skills that are in here that are already banned, like, this class might as well be banned. I'm just not gonna lie. So we're not gonna be touching Devil Summoner at all this playthrough, unfortunately, because of it. Yeah, some of the setups are pretty broken with Devil Summoner. So it's like, you know, at the same time, it's like I can validate it for the run and hope people don't abuse it. But it's like if they do abuse it, then the run is kind of invalidated in and of itself. So it's like, I mean, choose and pick your poison. But no. I'm pretty much just equipping Juno with Devil Summoner for the sake of book ending. Not that I'm going to be using her much. So she can just sit in the back of my party for a while. I'm trying to think of what else I want to do. I think... I'm just going to save. We'll try to speed through these days as quick as possible. The one thing I need to get out of the way, most importantly, and if I can grab my phone, which is... Come on. I know I can reach for it. Okay, 1 second. Alrighty, I'm back. Alright. But no, yeah. Where was I? Right. Trying to figure out what exactly I want to do.
What now?
Yeah, I would allow Devil Summoner, but it's just like the ailment stunlock cheese that exist in this game. It's like, no. I'm not I'm not risking it. I'm not gonna risk people just breaking it for fun in this run. Because if I allow that, it's like it's gonna make so many fights like so long and uninteresting. Uninteresting. That's what I'm trying to say. In the grand scheme of things, and I'm just not gonna do that. So I think the next one that I have to go for as far as let's see. Which quest am I on for Nourish right now? I think the Commenzin is next. I think that's it.
All right.
Well, either way, let's go to the recruitment center and pick that up. There we go.
Let's go.
anyone.
Alright, the convention is here.
You can have.
So beyond level 40, I can't take on. Well, I can take on bounties, or follower bond related bounties, and that's specifically dedicated to Nurse. So I can take on and complete these bounties if I want to give myself an XP boost, which is what I'm going to do. Just to get myself just like a little bit more of a surety that I can actually do the Luis fight. Because, spoiler warning, Luis round 2 is level 60. And y'all just saw the level 60 boss that I was just fighting earlier. Frickin' what's their face? The Great Worm. So his health pool is going to be garbage. His health pool is going to be garbage to fight against. Like, I'm gonna run out of SP so fast. On top of trying to get him to 1/3. If I have to, and I might just use Repel Gear. I might just use Repel Gear. But I don't want to use Repel Gear because I have the Kunda too. But he's going to eat up so much of my SP.
Alright then.
Yo, that skeleton room, dude. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on that skeleton room, bro. I'm gonna be soft locked. I'm going to get soft locked, and there's nothing I can do about it, bro. Being on a timer, like, oh, I don't want to think about it.
Let's go.
Like, I'm pretty sure that's going to be the hell of the run, dude. Like, I swear, it's going to destroy me. Wait, what? Oh, I'm not. Oh, it's at night. It's at night. My brain is off. More Juna time, yay. We're so close.
Hey. That. Thank you.
I'm gonna be underleveled versus them shits, bro.
Here.
Dude, you wanna know the worst part? The worst part is that if I don't have Barden at rank 7 by the time that I get there, bro, I'm not guaranteed to escape those fights. I'm not guaranteed to escape those fights at all. Meaning if I get caught once, and an escape fails, GG's, I gotta start that room all over again. So I really need to work to beat that Great Worm boss. I really need to. Because if I don't, by the time I get there, I'm done. I really gotta get that Great Worm defeated. Yo, hold on, let me think. Do I... No, because I'm thinking about Luis, though. I don't want to just... Okay, so... If I cannot get Barden to rank 8 before I take on the Skybound Avatar, it's going to cost me. It's going to cost me so much. But if I use Repel Gear in that Great Worm fight, I have one Repel Gear left, one to use in the entire run. And there are so many things that I could repel in those upcoming fights after that skeleton room. Like, I need to save one repel gear for the very final phase of the last fight in the game. Because if I don't have any repel gear going into it, then I might as well say GG to the run. Cause oh man, I got so much planning to do and so much to really even freaking think about before you even get there in the first place. But that goddamn skeleton room, man. That skeleton room is gonna cook me raw. That skeleton room's gonna cook me so raw, bro. Like, I'm gonna rage.
Then.
That's good to hear.
Dude, whatever emoticons you're emoting right now in real life, trust me. Like, I'm over here spazzing out like a schizophrenic.
Yes.
Like, trust me, your emotes are not as worse as mine.
Yep. Honestly. For real? I'm going home.
I'm so fucked. I'm so cooked. I'm cooked. I'm so cooked. No.
Hey.
I will have 2 repel gears before I reach the Skybound Avatar. I will. I will make it through that Great Worm without having to cheese it with repel gear. I will do it. I will do it. And I will do it without having to beat it with any freaking weaknesses. I'm not changing that fight. I'm not changing that fight. I can't change that fight, dude. I will survive.
Hey. Please. Yay! And then.
I will fulfill Basilia's dream of roasting Luis on over an open fire. I still gotta clip that. I still gotta clip that for posterity, bro. I gotta clip that for posterity. I want it so hard. I know, I just... I keep thinking about it, bro. And every time I think about it, it just creeps up. It creeps up in the back of my mind when I least expect it. Yo, I'm gonna just get a caption of that image of him when he awakens, and I'm gonna just start putting it in places where the people least expect it. I'm gonna put it in places where people least expect it throughout the video. I'm gonna make it a running joke because oh my god. Like, I know Luan's gonna get a kick out of that one. In fact, you know what? I think I'm gonna do that as soon as I'm done with this live stream. I'm gonna just show them that and see what they think about that line. Cause oh my god. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I gotta stop. I gotta stop and I gotta focus. You know what? Even funnier. I'm just gonna crop out that he awakened to a wizard archetype. It's just that line specifically. I'm gonna roast Luis on an open fire. Like.
I'm fine.
Right.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
So, music.
I'm gonna go for at least about like 2 more hours, and then I'm gonna go for a very much longer stream. When I wake up, because it is like 2:23 in the morning for me, and I have to restart my medication cycle. I mean, that's not gonna be fun, but given that I've been sick for like the past couple of days like that, I'm definitely gonna need my rest if I really want to stay up and crunch out this some time for the live streams.
I love singing so much.
Oh, we do too, Gina. I feel like I'm missing something.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I think I missed a Nurse relic in the Gracious Forest.
Here you are.
I should not be an engineer of destiny right now.
Come to think.
I think I missed. Yeah, I think I missed one. Let me take a look. Dream's Origin. Nope, that's the last one. Providing a Spark, Village of Chimera. Manager's Grotto, Tomb of Lament, which we've already been to. Tycropa's Bounty. We already did that one. Engineer's Destiny, we already went to Land of Ceremony. Yeah, so I should be on Bitter Memories. Why am I on Engineer's Destiny? What the hell? Okay, well anyway. We should get Basilia prepped for endgame. Like everything else, all leaf lights are going to him and him only. But right now we're going to take on that Commenzin and Trounce. So again, just to remind everyone, whenever you're taking on a Nurse Relic bounty, it'll be in the document. Any follower bond bounties, anything like that, weaknesses can be struck there, because I'm not a monster. Actually, wait. let me track that back again. Hold on. Why did I discount Great Worm though? Oh. Oh, they changed it. Oh, that's right, because I put it as... Oh, so they changed it. So I literally had nothing to worry about the whole freaking time. So I could actually abuse weaknesses in that fight. Oh, well... Okay, that does make sense. That actually does make sense now. But even then, I still want Basilio to get to level 20 before we take on that fight either way. Because just Basilio's damage output right now. And not having this. Yeah, the Arcane Unity. That's what's really taking him right now. But anyways, let's go to the Gauntlet Runner. And get ourselves a Commenzin. Gauntlet Runner. So as soon as we do the Commenzin, then we're going to be speeding past the days. We're going to be doing the Great Worm with weaknesses. Actually, let me see what else is in reserves right now, actually. Let me actually put him on Mage. Actually, oh no, he's not going to be sitting in reserves, though. Fuck! Yeah, so he has to be, okay, never mind. Yeah, I just realized that I can't put him on anything else. Fuck me, man. It's fine. Fuck. We'll make it work. Because this thing is pretty much like Saguenay Light. Yeah.
Ah, capital. Everyone's here.
Capital indeed.
Now then.
We are Mount Vulcanale. Wait, does? Yeah, it does. It does. So we're going to 2 places. Okay.
Onward.
Yeah, but it's your call.
And we're doing this without press turn extensions. Yay! We can't have our turn icons. You'll love to see it, but it's fine. It should be okay.
What to pick?
Oh, the tower too. Ooh, yeah! I do have that, don't I? Freaking I gotta unlock that. So with that being the case, as much as I would like to gain more mag,
Sure.
I'm going to sleep.
Good night.
That's right, I got the 3rd tower to do. And it's the frickin' Zyakropos, man. Man, those Zyakropos, they're gonna destroy me, bro.
The solstice crossing unfurls ahead. Powerful magic at play here blends autumn scenery with winter vistas all year round. Its stunning beauty soothes the hearts of travelers. But it is also said that if one remains too long, they succumb to the mountain's enchantment. Perhaps guided by magics powerful enough to alter the seasons, the Gauntlet Runner stops before the trees grow too dense.
Oh, man. Man, serious, why did you have to bring up the frickin' skeleton room, bro? I was spending this whole entire run trying not to think about that as soon as the one finished their stream. Why did you have to bring that up, bro? You ruined my night. Thank you so much.
Yes.
You just had to say something, bro. And now it's all gonna get burned down.
Whatever do you mean?
Sure.
That's awful.
Brother. Dude, I'm gonna walk into that room and that archer arrow that archer skeleton is gonna be on demon time, bro. Like, I'm gonna have no chance, and I'm gonna get sniped before I even reach the first Melancholia crystal to break.
All right.
I'm quite grateful.
Those skeletons are gonna be on demon time, and I'm. What time we got? 2:33 a.m. Yeah, we'll go until 4.
A road in the northeastern mountains of Montario gives way to the Everfrost forest, its foliage visible through the biting wind, just as the seas of Oceania rise inexplicably into the air. The land here rejects even the modest climate fluctuations of its surroundings. The gauntlet runner skids along the frost to stop at the forest's entrance, the icy wind ever present.
Isn't that...
Oh no, yeah, I feel you. Feel free to do whatever, Cirrus. I'm glad you came around either way, though. Yeah, I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm gonna be speeding through this pretty quickly after this bounty is over.
Now then.
And we should be on to the next arc by the time that you come back tomorrow, if you are gonna be here tomorrow. Because tomorrow is definitely gonna be a very longer stream than tonight.
Speaking of,
But yeah, whenever I do start streaming, I'll let you know and just hop by whenever.
I get it.
I'm heading out.
Yeah, Nurse's Rock. It is on the right side. Oh, it's on. Oh, I gotta run so far.
Okay then. Let's go.
Yeah, we're going to, yeah.
all right.
Oh,
Okay, come on.
Do, 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 do.
What now?
What I might do, Soul Hacker, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do Soul Hacker. This thing is weak to fire. Oh, actually, no, 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 no. I was trying to roll that. Yeah. I need to fix that gear real quick. Yeah, Stroll's working on straight demon time right now. I'm doing this. Nope. Not yet. I'm actually very surprised that the stats have been carrying me this far. Like, I'm wondering if 250 is like a... I wonder if 250 is like a really easy restriction just to handle. I say that, and then Zorba absolutely cooks me raw. Like, not even Zorba. It's just, what mini bosses do I have? Oh right, I got the 4 mini bosses in that entire dungeon too. That's right, I do. No, but I can always guard lore. Never mind, never mind. No. I'm actually thinking of the wrong thing. No, but I have guard lore and shield blessing. So I'm absolutely chilling when it comes down to SP. It's just when it comes down to Yufa, dude. Like, the reason why I made it this far is because I know what I'm doing. That's like the first part of it. The second part of it is that I've also changed like rules dramatically for some of the fights, just to make it possible to get this far. Cause like initially Saguene was going to be harder until I realized how BS Quartz Wall actually was. I would have been there for like a good 1 to 2 days, and I'm trying to think about this too. I think the hardest fight so far, after figuring out Saguene, funny enough, is still Zorba 1, bro. It's still Zorba 1. I have no idea how I made it past Zorba 1, bro. But if you look back at those VODs on my YouTube channel, if you look back at those VODs, bro, I equipped gear wrong by mistake. I put on high level gear by mistake, and I was still struggling. So, in the 5 attempts that I failed, the 1 attempt that I won, where I put on the lower level gear of 150 each for attack and defense, guess what? Guess what happened? It was Stroll and MC breaking the press turns by dodging, bro. Not once, not twice, not thrice, but 4 times! And at that low level, bro, my agility stat was literally low. It was trash. I don't know how I got through that fight, but I broke enough press turns to get him down. And not have to worry about getting absolutely murdered. It's all there. You can look it up you can look at the first session, bro. The first 2 sessions. Like, I don't know how I made it past Zorba 1, but luck was on my side, bro. Like, luck was on my side. Like, dude, I genuinely don't think I would have made it past Zorba 1 if it gave me... I think I would have probably gave up on the run right then and there had I not gotten lucky. So, I'm going to look back at that fight, and I'm going to keep it a buck. If people are having problems with Zorba 1 in this challenge run, I might change the fight. I'm expecting people to. Because, oh my god, the amount of BS I had to put up with in that fight, like... I got lucky. That's all I can say, I got lucky. I got handed the W. And that's never happened to me ever again in this run. Except for me trying to figure out how to do except for me, restricting myself in fair ways. Like, I've never had the game hand me that much of a W than in Zorba 1. And I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. Okay, what was I doing? Hold on, let me see. Like, Zorba 1's gonna be a highlight of the entire series, bro. That on top of Basilio roasting Luis on an open fire. Top 2 moments in the game. I guess Stroll can be. We will actually no, because since Basilio is. We want Will. We want Stroll. No, we want Hulkenberg. Because that ad is going to be so stupid to deal with during that fight. We want Will as a wizard. We want Stroll as. No, we want Hulkenberg as Dark Knight. Basilio stays the same on his wizard. I think Juna. Okay. So basically the same team that we had before. Alright. I mean, these ads are going to give me problems. Where are you, Juna? You have to put back on your Warlock mask. You're not required to be in this party anymore, but I'm putting you here because I need a buffer. And I need to not take in as many L's in this fight. Oh, what? What do we want to put Stroll on later? We'll figure it out. But for right now, this team looks absolutely A-okay. Okay, reflexes. That was kind of nice. Just to make sure everything is A-okay again. Nakunda. I might actually want to inherit. Because I don't think the Kaminzin can debuff us. I want to see if... Oh no, this Kaminzin is actually 60. Like 50... I think he's... No, not 60. 57. Which could be just as bad. But it's the one fight where Makara break does work.
Right there. Charging in. I'm right here. Forward.
Jesus.
Usual tactics should work. Strike him down.
Yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to test that. Wait, what? It broke both press turns? What did I miss?
Moving to the front with blade in hand, as the point of a sword. Behold this power.
What the?
Fire! It's too late. All right. Taste them.
Yeah. It's definitely the. That sucks. Yeah, she's dead. Ah. This might be the okay. This is gonna be the pits. This is gonna be the pits, dude. Like, holy, hold on.
What now?
Judah just might have to go, man.
Our enemies have discovered us.
What now?
A heart warmer, right? I don't like wasting it here, but that's fine. Yeah, I do. Okay.
There they are. Time for some close talk.
Damn it.
Brace
Damn it.
yourselves.
Let me leave. Let me leave with my dignity and my pride. Do whatever lie, bro. Do whatever lie. Let me leave. Let me leave. Let me escape. Thank you.
What now?
This thing is weak to fire, right? So there's literally no way I can crit this.
We've been made. Come on.
It still catches me, bro.
Stop us.
Ugh. Like this is a taste of what's to come in Skybound and Avatar, by the way. Like I'm able to escape now. What's the level? 49? I'm able to escape now, but this is just a taste of the things to come, bro. Cause like these things lunge, or these freaking skeletons, they lunge for me, bro. They come after my soul, and it could be from anywhere across the room. I have no chance. Thank you.
Let's give him a fight.
Gosh, it just takes up so much SP, bro.
I will fight his power. Let's work together. Here it comes. Wasn't enough?
Wait, they repel it? Oh.
Someone get him healed up.
Not charging in! Come!
Frozen over.
They yet cling to life.
Howling wind. But I thought you hit weakness.
Bird! Two remain.
Nice going, Captain.
Only a flesh wound.
Captain down.
Escape, escape, escape.
Is that all?
What? What? Basilio? Wait, you okay, dude? What? What? Okay. Okay.
We have yet to defeat them all. On guard.
Okay, Basilio. Go off, King, I guess. They made him sound like a dog. I love it. That's actually insane when he's charmed. He pants like an ouch, like an absolute dog. Oh. I didn't attack that. I attacked... They would be. Alright. I agree, they would be freaking out. He was panting like a freaking dog, man. I've never heard that in a minute. I haven't heard that in a minute. Alright.
I see the enemy. Forward! I'm right here. Charging in. Forward!
Alright, let's not attack into the repel this time.
Moving to the front. Moving to the front. I'll show you. Howling wind. Almost done.
Vitus power. Fire!
I got you hit.
Wizard! Taste the sauce I have. I defer to you.
Behold this power. Gale. One more.
I knew she was scary when she gets angry.
Oh, that is so sick. I knew she was scary when she gets angry. I'm just now experiencing these voice lines. Like, Luan's probably experienced them all. This is my first time.
What a finale! Keep your energy up, everyone.
To ever greater heights. Even I had more to learn.
Why not?
So I have to swap Juna out. Gosh dang it.
Right there.
I will probably have to do the Guard War strat. I honestly don't want to do that.
There they are. Forward! Come and get me. Charging in. Okay, let's give this all we got.
I'm gonna be out of SP by the time I do this, man.
What?
Burn! Wasn't enough?
Here I go.
Burn! So sure. Is that come?
No.
Into the front for all that we strive for. As the partner, nothing stops.
Good. Tista.
Only 2 enemies left. Stay sharp. I call upon a royal soul. Raging fire. All ready?
Seems lazy, Tuna. I will fight.
Whoa! Whoa! That was a massive lag spike. Hold on one second. Let me fix that real quick. That was a massive lag spike. Holy crap. Alright, just making sure everything's okay. That was a bad drop, too. Alright, we're all good. Alright, this boss fight is going to be interesting for a couple reasons, because this is basically Saugane Part 2. The Sauganing.
I think that's the last of them.
Yep.
Get ready.
And I have no SP going into this for, yeah, this thing might kick my ass. But I'm going to skip all this, because, yeah, we don't need to see it. Yeah, the Sauganing, yeah. I'm not even gonna bother. I'm just gonna Makara break this whenever I get the chance. Actually, what I am gonna do, I'm just gonna get as much damage as I possibly can on this. Yeah.
Let's set it up.
This thing is level, what, 56? Yeah, this thing is tanking. Oh no. Fudge, dude.
Darkness won't work on them.
Oh, power of heroes!
Strike me if you dare.
I'll show you. This might sting.
Let's go. No, I'm all prepared. Corre, wasn't enough.
What's that supposed to be its weakness?
That's...
Badly hurt. Get her some healing.
Okay.
Juno,
You better be ready.
You look like you're about to drop.
Gotta stay
They're
calm.
totally fireproof. We better use something else.
Wizard! You're so sure. You're all night.
Its weakness.
Are you alright? I knew you'd help.
Persona Master. Guards up.
Vida's power. Fire!
We
Watch
shall
out for their
triumph.
counterattack.
Damn it all!
Wizard! Electric.
You
Let
seek a
justice
fight.
prevail.
You shall have it.
With blade
I'm gonna be here for a while. Hold on.
I'll run you through.
This is just what I need. Food.
Another fight where they pretty much force me to use Fizz. I'm gonna take a mulligan here
Them no opening.
and die.
Juno's badly hurt. Get her some healing.
Show them our metal.
Juno, are you okay? You look like
Kill me, Commenson.
Take this.
Do you celebrate?
Kill me.
End this now.
Ouch.
Get her back up. Feels so slow.
Damn it all!
Hulkenberg's down. Someone help her get back to the fight. Juno, are you okay? You look like you're about
Let's
to
go.
drop. Cecilia's down. Someone get on the fight. My
I'll pay for this.
I'm not like this. Someone
I'll show you.
please.
Give them no opening.
As much as I do not want to use physical for this fight, I will use physical for the fight because I'm not in the mood for for this. Yeah, that's dead. That should be dead. See ya.
Disappointing ending.
Yeah, but this should be a quick fight. This should be relatively quick.
Will you?
But given that it is around 3 o'clock right now, I think I might call it a little bit early. Pick back up on this tomorrow. I gotta take my medication anyway, and I'd rather settle into my medication than to just take it right after and then try to settle in as I'm done with the stream. I'll give myself like an hour just to do that. But, anyways, that is definitely gonna do it for me. This was definitely been an interesting stream. The fact that I first tried Sogne on my second attempt. Oh my word! Without any issues at all. Like wow, I really got roasted by, like, I'm not. If you're serious, if you're still here, if you haven't gone away yet, like, I'm not like y'all. You haven't seen the amount of roasting that I got for how bad I was doing in the fight. Yeah. But yeah, I got roasted like completely hard, and it was well deserved because the fact that I did this first try speaks volumes as to how much better, or as to how much I just wasn't really thinking about the fight that much as I was doing it. So, but anyways, yeah, I'll definitely be back tomorrow, around like 10, 11-ish EST. I will be going until around like 9 o'clock because I'll have to come back in for work that day. Yeah, I'll have to come back in there for work that day. And then I'll continue on from shoot from there when I come. We can get back home from that day too. But anyways, yeah. All right. Anyways, take care. This has been a fun stream. Have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys next time. Yeah. So, peace.